Right, let's all
Hi guys, back again for another scale. This is position 4. We are racking our way through these positions, so let's just get on with position 4 and then next time position 5, and then we move on to the next thing, the modes. So position 4, root note, A-shaped chord. There's our root note. We're going to play that 10th fret on the A string. I'm going to play that with my middle finger. Up to 12th fret then on the A string. Then on the D string, 9 to 10 to 12. Then 9, 11, 12. There's our root note, our G. And then we're going to be on the B string 10, 12, 13. Then on the high E string 10, 12, 14. Now, that should be first finger, middle finger, pinky, not first finger, ring finger, pinky. You can get away with that. I'm sure I've mentioned this many times before, and I will keep mentioning it because people always do it wrong. If you have giant hands, it's not a huge problem, but effectively, the stretch between these two fingers is not as much as you can get between those two fingers. So it's just much more effective, and also the stretch here is bigger than the stretch here as well, much bigger, because these two are connected by the same tendon. So it should always be 1, 2, 4 on those bigger stretches. Then back, so it's 14 up there on the F sharp note there, which is the 7th note in the scale. 14, 12, 10. Then it's going to be 13, 12, 10. Then it's going to be 12, 11, 9. Then it's going to be 12, 10, 9. Same again on the A. There's our root, through it to the 9. Then on the E string it's going to be 12, 10, 8. Again, that's going to be 4, 2, 1 in terms of fingers, which is pinky, middle, index. Then back up 10 to 12, and then to our root 9, so our F sharp note, and our root at G. Okay, so it's another super important shape because it's 3 notes per string the whole way. Started on the F sharp, but you get the idea. You can see that that's how you can get those more widdly shapes. I'm not particularly good at the legato, but hopefully it gives you some idea of what you can do if you're better than me. That's position 4, super important. Also, not also only because it's a cool shape, but also because the A shape is probably the second most common chord shape that you will use. So if you're playing, you know, in a key, say for example G, you'll often use the bar chord shape down here, which you can't see at the 3rd fret, which is position 1, and the second most common shape you'd use would be this shape, because you don't use the D shape as often, and the C shape even less often. Obviously with G you do use the G shape as well, but for most other chords you wouldn't use that G shape. You wouldn't play that, for example, in like B up here, because it's so difficult, or C if you can see that, it's so difficult to play. I probably wouldn't use that shape. I'd preference the A shape. So that's another reason why it's so important. Super cool shape. Yeah, another really, really useful one to learn, and another one that transposes perfectly to the 7 position scales, which we'll probably go through at some point. So yeah, position 4, G major scale. Again, same challenge as last week, is basically learn this and in a week, and then we can do position 5 next week, and then we can use those to play all the different modes. I'm going to slowly but surely, over probably 3 weeks, maybe 2, see how I feel, go over each mode in at least 1 position. Okay, but I'll see you next week for position 5. Bye bye.